This is Mr. and what I have for you today is an attack, dragon attack on a common Legends League base. Let's dive in, have a couple of looks at this. See how this base is taken out in Legends League, looting or raiding or attacking or whatever the 8 attacks that have to be done every day in Legends League. Yeah, there are a few skeletons around. I remember that time, well maybe you remember it as well, and people would be strategically not harvesting their tombstones. I just called them skeletons before, but not harvesting their tombstones to give a base the false impression that the base was abandoned and therefore nothing in the clan castle, to lure people into the idea that traps were not there anymore, bombs were not there anymore, and just trick people into attacking a base that was very well and fully armed. Don't know if you remember that. Just like the old days of putting the town hall in the corner and just loading it up with Teslas and all the bombs and everything just to trick people who were just trying to go for a quick Town Hall 10 snipe or Town Hall 8 or Town Hall whatever snipe. Of course, in those days I never bothered. If I dropped some troops on a Town Hall like that and a bunch of Teslas popped up, I was just like, see you later. I'll just end the battle because I couldn't be stuffed. If you were going to make me work for it, I wasn't going to bother with you. And you could get no shield from me. That's how I viewed it, and then someone else could attack you later. Maybe you get a shield, maybe you won't. In any case, we'll be having a look at this. Nice little funnel created on the right-hand side. Pretty easy, left-hand side. Pretty easy funnel created at the top. And then all the dragons in. A bit of a blimp. Was that a blimp that just came through the middle? I wasn't even paying attention. Yes, it was a blimp that just came through the middle. Took out the town hall. Nicely protected by the dragons and balloons. And watch the freeze spells. Loads of freeze spells. Seems that he's got freeze spells all day here. It was a nice early freeze on this wizard tower down here, but hey, a freeze is a freeze. You probably could have held off that freeze and had another one there. There, the wizard almost got a shot off there. A bit difficult when the bats split up and whatnot, but there we go. He froze. What did he freeze there in the middle? I think that's the queen he froze. Yep, froze the queen, so at least the queen wouldn't be shooting the bats, and the bats got over to take out the air defense and the archer, and that's it. Game over for the base. And he's got a good lot of dragons left up there. I think that some of them will get caught up on... No, the queen is still up. Well, it didn't take out the queen after all. And the queen, I thought, was closer to those dragons, but then just suddenly came over to decide to take out the bats. But I don't know if she can get enough shots off before the bats all take her out. Hard to say. Oh, no, look, the dragons are going to be there. So even if the bats were going to take her out, it didn't matter. One breath from the dragons. And look, here's another little bunch of bats up the top here. They didn't seem to bother with the queen. Let's have another look at that. Just drive straight in. Just have a quick pause. Have a look at the troops. 5 wall breakers, 9 loons, 9 dragons. Equal loons and dragons. 2 ice golems and the blimp. In this common Legends League's base. Okay, a couple of balloons down on this particular archer tower out here. That way the king's not going to path too far down here. Test wall breaker, and let's just get a whole bunch more in. Will they punch the hole? Yep. Too many wall breakers for the single to deal with. If it was a multi-inferno, you would have had to drop a freeze on the inferno. King's Rage up the top here. Iron Fist ability. It's going to help just create that funnel. Where's that pointing? It is pointing directly at where the dragons will be coming in, making it just that little bit harder. Queen's ability has been used, so that means she will not be able to get the scatter shot down. Just how things go with queens and raiding and coming into the front of the base, but a nice funnel created on that side of the base nonetheless, and one inferno down. One inferno that the dragons don't have to deal with. So baby dragon on this top right hand side creating that funnel. So here comes some tanking balloons followed by the dragons. Balloons will go out in front just a little bit, help protect the dragons, and a little red bomb up the top there. And what have we got? We've got some bat spells and 4 free spells. Rage spell down. Try and get those balloons and dragons in. Now the air sweeper is pushing onto those dragons up the top there, but these ones just over here, just avoiding that just a little bit. Nice use of the blimp coming in once the path had been cleared by balloons and whatnot. Make sure that there were no detrimental black bombs that possibly would have taken out the blimp a little bit earlier. And game over for the town hall and the Teslas and everything that was in that area. They all just went down lickety-split. Here come the bat spells while the scatter shot was targeting onto the dragons. Bat spells directly onto the scatter shot. Scatter shot can't see them because of the range of the scatter shot. They'll be inside the range of the scatter shot. And here we go. Looking at how the bats split up, pathed around. Okay, freeze on the wizard. So some will go to the Expo Tesla, some go to the wizard. Archer have these ones onto that. So we're just keeping an eye on the three. There's like three. Now there's 2 lots of bat spells or bats left. A load of bats because these ones down here join with those other ones, and there's just tremendous number of bats. Let's just keep an eye on how they're pathing. We know what's going to happen down here. These bats are on the storage up the top here. That's probably what took them so long. I hadn't noticed those bats on the storage first time around. I was just concentrating on the queen and the dragons and what they were doing with the king. So I thought, look at that. The queen, I thought, was possibly had an eye on those dragons, but the bats just must have triggered her range just enough to get her to leave the dragons alone. Not that it would have made a difference to the attack. And yes, those bats up the top here did get caught up on that storage for quite some time. So there you go. Funnel on the left, easy funnel at the top, loons and dragons on this common base. If you see this base in, well, wherever you see it, try this attack strategy on it, see how you go. And whether it's in war or not, because people use these bases in war as well. And if you attack in Legends League, this is one way to take out this base. In any case, that's all I've got for this video. If you have any questions or comments about this, do please leave them down below. If you like this sort of content, you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.